Hi there, this is Brad from Riverr, and today we're going to talk a bit about how to get started in the software. A lot of people have seen some of our other videos about automating their purchase orders. They've seen the workflow software working in the shop to, the barcodes, you scan the barcode, you get the image printed without having to do any work. But the main question we get asked is, okay, but what is the work to get started? Because it can take a lot to switch a back-end system, a workflow system, and I think that's scary for a lot of people. And so I'm going to show you just how easy it is today to get started in Riverr, and we're going to do it in less than 10 minutes, hopefully. I'm going to show you just how easy it is to do that. So the first thing you're going to do, I'm on the dashboard here, and you can see some orders, but you won't see these orders yet because your shop is not connected. So the first thing you have to do is go over to your shops tab on the left. And as you can see, we already have 4 shops connected, but so we're not going to do this, but you click on add shop and you select one of these integrations. You'll probably see more than this when you're setting yours up. But essentially, if you want to set up your Shopify store, all you have to do is put in your shop URL and save it, and it will automatically connect it as long as you're logged into that store. And if not, it'll redirect you to, that specific platform. You'll log in and you'll authorize it. But once that's finished, you'll see it in here. And right away, once that happens, once you see it here, 2 things will happen. First thing is your listings, your products will automatically import from that platform. And so if we go here, we can see these listings here. I've created a lot of duplicates, but yeah, you'll be able to see these listings, these products here, and these will be, like I said, automatically pulled in. Now, when they're pulled in, they will be what we call unsynced. And so they won't have, this one right here doesn't have the green line beside it. That means it's unsynced. This one right here has the green line. That means it's fully synced. It's ready for our workflow. And we'll talk a bit about that more in depth in a few minutes here. But basically, the other thing it will do is it will pull in all of your orders. And when you first start, all of your orders will actually go to the unsynced orders tab. And this means that these orders that are coming in have listings or products connected to them that are not synced yet. They don't have the green line beside it. So our goal is, you don't want to go through here and sync all of these listings. That will take forever, especially if you have hundreds or thousands of listings. And so what we're going to do is we're only going to sync the ones that come in with live orders. Okay. And another thing to note on this is that in the future, when you're creating new listings or new products, you can do it directly in Riverr. So we're not going to go through that today, but I just want to show you, you can create a listing here and send it directly to Shopify, to Etsy, all of your different platforms. You can do that straight from here, and then it's automatically synced, and that'll save you lots of time. Well, let's go back to your orders. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to make an order in Shopify. And we're going to find that product that we just looked at. So this one, we're going to do just a small white and a small, do a small white, and maybe we'll do an XL, athletic heather. Okay, so we add those to our order. And add this customer here. And we're going to mark this as an order. So we created this order. Now when we come into Riverr, we go to orders. And we're actually going to click on sync new orders. It's going to pull in all of the new orders. It does this automatically, but if you're wanting to pull in one that happened a few minutes ago or something like that, then you will, then you just need to click on that button and it'll pull that in. So you can see here, we're in unsynced orders, and we can see that that order was pulled in just now that we just made. So we click on that. can see here's the information that was given from Etsy. We can see that, you know, the size was small and XL. This one was white. This one was Athletic Heather. So we have 2 items, but there, like I said before, the reason it's an unsynced orders is because it's an unsynced listing. So what we have to do is we have to sync this specific listing here. We see this is once again pulled in from Shopify, and we're just gonna sync this information that we need. The printing method, self-fulfilled. This means you're gonna be the one fulfilling it. The print type, it's gonna be print on demand. For this one, we can talk about that more in a different video, but most of them will be print on demand. Next, we're gonna look at the supplier, and I know that I'm gonna use SNS Activewear, and I know that this is a 3001, and also a 3001 CVC for the Athletic Heather. I'm gonna find the production images, this one. So we're adding that. We're just going to call it We Rise. Okay. So now this is all the global settings here that we have ready. And now down here we see these are actually the variations that are pulled in directly from Shopify. And so we need to take these variations that are from Shopify and connect them to specific variations that we can understand in Riverr. So the first thing we're going to do is we're actually going to, because we have 2 colors here, sometimes you'll have a lot more than 2 colors, but we're going to filter out white. Actually, first, before we do that, we're gonna choose this placement, because this is for all of the variations throughout the whole product. So first we're going to select the placement, and this is full front for all of them. We're also going to choose We Rise for the printing image, because that's going to be for all of them as well. But now we're going to go back and we're going to filter out the color and filter out the product. This is directly from SNS Activewear, and also these colors that you see are all pulled in directly from SNS Activewear for this product, for this 3001, and also the same thing for the sizes. Okay, so now white's finished, and we're going to go down to Athletic Heather. So this one was a CVC. Athletic Heather, so that's going to go down through all of those, and then we're just going to connect the sizes. Now remember that this you will only have to do this one time for each product as it gets pulled in for an order. So now this one's finished. We can also add SKUs if we want. That'll add another column here to add the SKUs. But essentially what we've done now is we're saving this image to the specific variations. We also will know what we need to order from our purchase orders, because we have this specific color and size and product from SNS Activewear. And so now when we save it, saved, and this is the only time we'll ever have to connect this listing, to sync this listing. Whenever this comes in the future, if someone else orders this product, it'll go directly into active orders. We will not have to do this again. So now when we go into orders and go into unsynced orders, we can see that it left, no longer there. And if we go to active orders, we can see that it's here. So now that it's in active orders, that means it's going to be able to be understood in our manufacturing workflow. So the next thing we're going to do is go down to the items page. Okay, and now we can see here's our 2 products that came through. And like I said before, these will automatically be here if your orders go directly into active orders. So this will be all done automatically. Orders are pulled in automatically, and they're automatically sent here if the listings are synced. And so what we can do is a lot of times you're gonna have this long list, and you're gonna want to filter it by color. You know, if you want to only do white, you can do that. You know, anything you want to delineate, you know, whether it's the shop, the image, placement. But in this case, we're actually just going to create a batch of all of our items. We only have 2 items. So I'm going to create that batch. All right. And now all those items are gone. We're going to go into our batches. It created a new batch for us, and you can see here, this is our latest batch that we made, and it has our 2 items here. And so The only thing left to do is download the PDF. So there's a PDF, and it's going to include just these two products that we had. And so now if we open this PDF, there we have it. Our 3001 white small, so our picker can understand this is what I need to get out of the bin. And when we scan it, let's go back here. When we scan it, this is what will come up. It has the product name, color, the size, the placement, the image, and here you can download it if you want. But in future videos, we're going to show you how to integrate directly with your Brother printer or your Epson printer, whatever you have. You can directly integrate it so that when you can just scan it and it'll automatically go to the printer instead of having to download it, upload it in Garment Creator or whatever software program you have. It's going to be a lot easier than that, but that is an option. And then once you're on this page, we're going to talk in the future a bit about bins and all that kind of stuff. But basically, at the end of the day, you're going to go back to this order details page. And once it's through all of the production workflow, you're going to create the label and send it out. And so that's it. That's all you have to do. And you're ready to go. So the steps to getting started, basically what I would do is there is an integrations page here. So we're going to walk through a bit of those in the future, but integrate with EasyPost and ShipStation. Make sure that those are set up. Once those are set up, all you have to do is connect your shop and start to go into your unsynced orders page and start to sync the listings for the that are connected to orders on this page. And that's it. And you have your barcodes ready to go, ready to scan, and make your life a whole lot easier, hopefully. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and we're gonna show you a lot more than this in the future. But I just wanted to get you from this dashboard when you first sign in to the point where you get your very first barcode. So I hope that was helpful. If you have any other questions, reach out to me. My email is brad@riverr.app. Thanks, guys.